Genen Zola Sang Varam So Om Shirembe Rurugo Hombe Genen Zola Sang Varam So Shiren Benza He Rurugo Hombe Yaginen Zola Sang Varam So Om Shiren Benza He Rurugo Garchen Zola Sang Varam So Om Shire Rurugo Hombe Garchen Zola Sang Varam So Om Kendaro
Page 24.
Om Soba Vajuda Sarvadharma Soba Vajuda.
From the state of emptiness arises awe, from which arise skull cups, each containing a home. The syllables melt and turn into inconceivable offering clouds, undefiled nectar in essence, and a variety of distinct features in appearance.
Om Benza Ganwa Om Benza Inzamana Om Benza Chochana Om Benza Badenga Om Benza Dubea Om Benza Dubea Om Benza Alogea Om Benza Gendea Om Benza Nevedea Om Benza Shabda.
In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yogin, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiments of the three wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yogin, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiments of the three wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I unceasingly take refuge. In the Yoga, secret mantra, and Dakini, the embodiments of the three wheels, and in the male and female spiritual warriors, I unceasingly take refuge. For the sake of all sentient beings, I will become Heruka and establish all sentient beings in the supreme state of Heruka. Shri is non-dual primordial wisdom. He is emptiness of causes and so forth. Ru is without assemblage, and Ka is nowhere abiding. I am glorious Heruka, the cause and benefit and happiness for all sentient beings. Shri Heruka Ham. I appear as great glorious Chakrasamvara. My 5 aggregates are the 5 Buddha families. My 5 elements are the 5 mothers, and my sense sources are the bodhisattvas. From the life 4-syllable Hong at my heart emerge the 4 Sambhani mantras. Black, green, red, yellow. They emanate into the 4 directions and transform into an indestructible Vajra fence, ground, web, tent, canopy, and a dome of wisdom flames, becoming a vast protection sphere. Solid, secure, and utterly terrifying. It is impregnable to obstructors, even to Brahma.
Om Bedram 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 Om Bedra Dragara Om Bang Om Bedra Benzara Om Bang Om Bedra Bedana Om Kang Om Bedra Shola Drasam Dram Om Bedra Zola Analanga
The light radiating from the Hong at the heart of myself, appearing as Heruka, invites the Guru and the gathering of Chakrasamvara deities into the space before me. Vajra Samaja.
Om Om Beza Bube Hum Om Beza Bube Hum Om Beza Deba Hum Om Beza Bende Hum Om Rupa Beza Hum Om Rasa Beza Hum Om Sabashin Benza Hum Om Dharma Dadam Benza Hum Om Benza Merda Bunza Manga Samanda Sa Nina Samaye Om Sarva Tatanga Anuranga Nam Benza Subha Emagu.
I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and will hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear to my heart. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and Supreme Assembly until attaining enlightenment. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the supreme mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the supreme bodhisattva conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and will hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear to my heart. I take refuge in the Buddha and Dharma and the Supreme Assembly. Until attaining enlightenment, I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the supreme mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the supreme bodhisattva conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. I take refuge in the three jewels and confess each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and will hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dear to my heart. I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly until attaining enlightenment. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplish the purpose of others and myself. Having given rise to the supreme mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. I will practice the supreme bodhisattva conduct of acting with kindness. May I attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. The field of accumulation dissolves into me.
Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarvadhan Sobhava Shuddha.
My body gradually dissolves into the awareness home, which then remains in space in the form of the nada string. From the luminous and empty natural state of all phenomena arises an intensely blazing protection sphere of vajra ground, fence, tent, web, canopy, and masses of fire. At its center arise space, wind, fire, water, earth, and Mount Meru, upon which arise a variegated lotus and a crossed vajra. At the center of that arises a room, from which arises the great immeasurable palace, made of various precious substances, brilliant and complete in its characteristics. Outside are spheres of lotuses and vajras, masses of fire, and the charnel grounds. Inside the palace, in the center of a multicolored lotus, is the sun disk with Bhairava and Kalaratri as a seat, upon which is a mandala of sun and moon, and the white vowels and red consonants. In an instant, the nada of my awareness enters it and transforms into a vajra with a brilliant blue hung at its center. The light emanating from it makes offerings to the Buddhas and benefits beings. The light gathers back and dissolves into the seed syllable. The moon, sun, seed syllable, and implement transform. and I arise as the transcendent conqueror, Chakrasamvara, outshining the radiance of a clear sky. I have one face, 3 eyes, and bared fangs. My hair knot is adorned with jeweled, dried skulls bound by a garland of vajra along my hairline, and the top of my hair knot is adorned with a jewel. The front with a crossed vajra, and the left with a crescent moon. Holding a vajra and bell in my hands, I am embracing the consort. With my left leg bent, I stand on Bhairava's head, and my outstretched right leg presses down between Kalaratri's breasts. I bear the 6 charnel ground adornments, a loose tiger skin skirt, and a garland of 50 freshly severed heads around my neck, and I display the 9 moods of dance. On my lap is coral-colored Vajrayogini, with 1 face and 3 eyes. Her hair flows down loosely, and the other half is bound up with 5 dried skulls. Embracing the neck of the father, her left hand serves a skull cup filled with nectar to his mouth. The right hand, in threatening mudra, fiercely brandishes a curved knife with a vajra handle. Her left leg is outstretched, and her right leg is wrapped around the father, blissful and endowed with the youth of a 16-year-old. Her beauty is extraordinary. She is naked and fond of blood, wears a garland of 50 dried skulls, and is endowed with the 5 mudras. The father and mother are adorned with the major and minor marks and silken scarfs. Like the fire at the end of time, their blissful union of method and wisdom is magnificent. In front is blue Dakini, to the left is green Lama, behind is red Kandroha, and to the right is yellow Rupini. Each has 1 face, 3 eyes, menacing laughter, bared fangs, hair flying loose, a crown ornament of dried skulls, and a garland of 50 dried skulls around the neck. In their right hands they each brandish aloft in space a curved knife, and in their left they hold to their hearts skulls filled with blood. A katvanga is tucked into the crook of the left arm. Their bodies are naked and sensuous, and they are endowed with the 5 symbols. With the right leg outstretched and the left leg bent, they dance majestically upon corpses. Upon moon discs in the 4 intermediate directions are vases filled with the 5 nectars, and topped by skull cups filled with the 5 meats. At the forehead of each deity is a white Om on a moon disc. At the throat on a lotus is a red Ah, and at the heart, at the center of a crossed vajra, is a blue Hum. In the heart of the father are white Om Ha. At the forehead, yellow Namahi. On the crown, red Svaha Hu. On both shoulders, black Laosat He. At both eyes, crimson Hum Hum Ho. And at all limbs, green Pe Ham. At the navel of the mother is red Om Bam. At the heart is blue Ham Yom. At the mouth, white Hrim Mom. At the head, yellow Hrim Hrim. At the crown, green Hum Hum. And at all limbs, gray Pe Pe. Pem Pem. The light radiating from the Hum at my heart invites the Viras and Yoginis of the 10 directions and the empowerment deities into the space before me.
Om Om Bedamrade Hom Om Bedahase Hom Om Bedalase Hom Om Bedangede Hom Om Bedanede Hom Om Bedabube Hom Om Bedadube Hom Om Bedandeba Hom Om Bedangende Hom Om Rupa Benda Hom Om Rase Benda Hom Om Sabakhe Benda Hom Om Dharma Dardambe Om Beza Hom Bang.
The wisdom and commitment beings become indivisible.
Om Yoga Shuddha Sarvadana Yoga Shuddha Om Sarvatata Abhekhinzadum.
Having been supplicated, the empowerment deities hold aloft vase filled with nectar and proclaim, just as the Buddhas were bathed upon birth, we will bathe you with the pure water of the gods.
Om Sarvadadangada Abhekengade Samay Shireye Hum.
Saying this, they bestow the empowerment with the nectar, which fills my body and purifies all defilements, transforming me into the supreme nature of great bliss. The empowerment deities then dissolve into me. From the overflowing nectar arises the crown ornament of Akshobhya on the principal lord, Vairocana on the mother, and Ratnasambhava on the four Dakinis.
Om Shire Heruga Sabareva Agrambade Dazova Om Shire Heruga Sabare Indamanam Bade Dazova Om Shire Heruga Sabare Tochana Bade Dazova Om Shire Heruga Sabareva Adam Jade Zasova Om Shire Heruga Sabare Ubambade Zasova Om Shire Heruga Sabareva Nubabade Zasova Om Shire Heruga Sabareva Aloke Bade Zasova Sabare Varangande Bade Zasova Om Shire Heruga Sabare Nevede Bade Zasova Om Shire Heruga Sabare Sabda Bade Zasova. Om Benza Hum Om Rasen Benza Hum Om Sabashen Benza Hum Om Dharma Dardan Benza Hum
I offer to the mouths of the kind root guru and all the glorious holy lineage gurus. Om Ahum.
Om Shiren Benza He Ruruga Hum Benza Genen Zola Sam Om Ahum Om Bezan Beru Sanaye Om Ahum Om Drakene Om Ahum Om Lame Om Ahum Om Kinjaro Om Ahum Om Rupune Om Ahum Om Sarva Dharma Bhav Om Ahum Sarva Tathanga Anuranga Beda Sobhav Emago.
Homage to the conqueror, courageous Lord. I bow to you who blaze like the fire at the end of a kalpa, whose locks are bound up at the crown, whose face is terrifying, fiercely bearing fangs, whose hands, gleaming with 1,000 lights, raise a battle axe and a lasso, and hold a spear and a katvanga, who wears a tiger skin robe, and whose smoky color resembles great darkness. Homage to the transcendent conqueress, Vajravarahi, to the superior mother of the three worlds, invincible awareness consort, who destroys all fear of evil spirits with your great Vajra nature, to you with controlling eyes, who remains like a Vajra seat, unconquered by others, who neutralizes even poison, wrathful, fierce lady bearing your fangs, terrifier, annihilator, who severs completely, who conquers all adversaries, all victorious one, conquering those who make us dull, rigid, and confused. To Vajravarahi, great yogini, powerful lady, who fulfills all desires, I bow. Homage to the 4 heart yoginis, who represent the 4 activities of pacifying, enriching, overpowering, and suppressing. The 4 placements of mindfulness, body, feeling, mind, and phenomena, and the 4 levels of joy, joy, supreme joy, beyond joy, co-emergent joy. Inside my body, appearing as Haruka, are the 3 channels and 4 chakras. At my crown is white Hum. At my throat, white At my heart, blue Hum. And at my navel, a red Ah. From the Ah, wisdom fire blazes forth, burning away the syllables of the 3 chakras. From the Hum, white drops descend, and restoring the 3 syllables, blissful warmth blazes forth. From the home at my heart, a mantra garland emerges. It descends through the pathway of the Vajra, enters the lotus of the mother, and rises through her central channel. It emerges from her mouth, enters again into my mouth, and dissolves into the seed syllable at my heart. In this way, it circles continuously.
Om Shri Benza He Ru Ga Hom Be La Lu Zong Varam So Om Shri Benza He Ru Ga Hom Be Ya Genen Zola Sa Varam So Om Shri Benza He Ru Ga Hom Be Ya Genen Zola Sa Varam Om Shri Benza He Ru Ga Hom Be Ya Genen Zola Sa Varam So Om Om
From the mantra around the hung at the heart of each Dakini, light radiates. From these rays of light, deities emerge who then act for the benefit of beings. The light gathers back and dissolves into the hung. The light radiating from the hung at my heart gathers the protection sphere and the charnel grounds into the immeasurable palace, which dissolves into the four Dakinis, who dissolve into the mother, who dissolve into the father, who then dissolves into the hung at my heart, which dissolves from the hook at its foot upward into its body, the body into the head into the crescent moon, and finally that gathers into the nada string. The nada too dissolves and becomes imperceptible, settle within luminous clarity, even and vast. Once again, like a fish leaping from water, I arise as the great, glorious Heruka, with one face and two arms, whose magnificent form appears clearly but is empty, like a mirage.
Om Khindaro He Hom Be Om Soba Vajda Sarva Dharma Soba Vajda.
From the state of emptiness appear wind, fire, and a hearth of skulls. On this from arises the vast and wide Kapala. Inside that from Bi, Ra, Ma, Mu, and Shu arise the five nectars, and from Na, Go, Da, Ha, and Ku arise the five meats, marked with Hum, Brum, Am, Jim, and Kam. Through purifying, realizing, and flaring, the substances become a vast ocean of wisdom nectar. Pem, the light radiating from the Hung at my heart, invites the conqueror Chakrasamvara from the pure land of Akanishta, together with a myriad of Viras and Yoginis, to come here in the space before me. On the tongues of the assembly of the deities of the five wheels are white vajras the size of a barley grain. The torma is offered to the deities by moving it in a circle, to the left for those in the cardinal directions, and to the right for those in the intermediate directions.
Om Bezarale Hota Hung Nedanda Gene Samaya Sad Deshaya Om Bezarale Zahum Bahum Bezandak Samaya Sadum Deshaya Om Bezarale Zahum Bahum Bezandak Samaya Sad Deshaya Om Shere Heruka Sabar Agambadi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sabar Babendadi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sabar Bibabadi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sabar Nare Bibabadi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sabar Aloke Badi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sapare Varangende Badi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sapare Nevede Badi Dasova Om Shere Heruka Sapare Sata Badi Dasova.
I bow to glorious Heruka, great hero, utterly pure Vajra Lord, and to Vajravarahi, passionate one, yogini for those with great passion. Equally victorious over attachment to existence and peace, you have conquered all conceptual thoughts. You see even the space-like nature of all phenomena. Protector, may the nectar of your heart infused with your compassion drench me. Goddesses, please care for me with your great love.
Om Kaka Kaya Kaya Savaya Kyaraja Sabda Peda Pishata Umanda Abba Maranda Rakine Daya Imam Balendran Samaya Rajendra Sarva Siddhe Medraya Zed Yatepa Yateta Brunzata Privata Jendata Mateta Mata Mama Sarva Kartaya Sesukam Vaishudaya Sa Yacha Bhavindo Hum Hum Sova Om Kaka Kaya Kaya Savaya Chara Chasa Buddha Treta Prasha Umanda Abba Maranda Kandaka Neda Nindo Samaraya Jendo Sava Siddhe Medaya Zen Yateba Yatedan Benzada Bhuvadhan Zendrada Madeda Mada Mama Daya Vaishudaya Saya Jabavind Hum Hum Besova Om Kaka Kaya Kaya Sawa Yaksha Raksha Sab Tita Peshaza Umanda Abba Maranda Gandak Nedaya Ema Malendrahan Samaya Rajendra Mama Medaya Zenda Yatebam Yatedam Bunzada Bhavadhan Zendrada Madedra Madha Mama Ketsaga Sesukam Vaishudaya Savaya Jabhavi Hum Hum Bebe Exo
Om. Guardians of the directions, local guardians, gods and hosts of Nagas, harm-bringers, bloodthirsty demons, elemental spirits, flesh-eaters, hungry ghosts, insanity inflictors, memory-crippling demons, dakinis and mamos, please accept this Torma offering. Help us yogins attain enlightenment, pacify adverse circumstances, harm, and injury, and cause the four enlightened activities to be accomplished.
Siddham Shiyam Guru Ha 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 Ho Bangave Benza Hero Kamame Benza Hero Kaguba Ma Samaya Sato Ahom Be Om Benza Hero Samaya Manupalaya Nero Gatinopa Tita Dindu Mebava Sudu Kayo Mebava Anurado Mebava Sudu Kayo Mebava Sarva Siddhi Meparyansa Sarva Karma Shire Guru Ha 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 Ho Bangave Hero Kamame Beza Hero Kaguba Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Be Om Beda Heruga Samaya Manupalaya Beda Heruga Tinoba Tita Dindu Mebava Sudu Kayo Mebava Sunurado Mebava Sawa Siddhi Mebava Sarva Siddhi Meparyansa Sarva Karma Sutta Shiram Guru Ha 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 Ho Bangave Leda Hero God Hero Gaguba Ma Samaya Sato Hum.
Page 79. The mundane beings return to their own abodes, and the wisdom beings dissolve into myself. At the heart of myself, appearing as the transcendent conqueror, are white Om Ha at the head, yellow Nama Hi at the crown, red Svaha Hu on both shoulders, black Va Sat He. At both eyes, crimson Hung Hung Ho, and at the limbs, green Pet Hum.
Om Sambhane Sambhane Hum. Dhyana Dhyana Hum. Om Dhyana Baya Dhyana Baya Hum. Om Anaya Hum. Bangavem Beyaramza Hum Pe.
Supreme Deity, illusory dance of union endowed with the 7 aspects, Lord who pervades the 100 Buddha families and your retinue, through the force of your inconceivable, perfect, abundant qualities, please bestow the auspiciousness to attain common and supreme accomplishments. Dharmadhatu Vajra Queen, foremost Dakini and 4 Dakinis, powerful goddesses who rule the wheel of great bliss, and ocean-like assemblies of protectors who guard the 24 holy sites, please grant the auspiciousness to attain common and supreme accomplishments. By this virtue, and by the power of whatever virtue is amassed in the 3 times in samsara and nirvana, may I and all beings as limitless as the sky, without exception, accomplish the victorious King of delight. Exalted Supreme Deity, victorious Chakrasamvara, if I practice you with one-pointed devotion, let your compassion neither wane nor be indifferent, but swiftly reveal your delightful, sublime face. Through practicing the key points of settling in the state of controlling and binding the channels, winds, and drops of my impure, illusory body, may it become free from obscurations, undefiled and clear, and may I attain supreme accomplishment in this very life. If, due to a lack of fortune and diligence, I am not freed in this life, then at the time of death, may the assembly of Viras and Dakinis of the 5 wheels, such as skull pieces and the rest, receive me with parasols, victory banners, a symphony of music, various offering clouds, and then lead me to the pure land of Kyachara. There may I behold the face of the victorious Heruka. In that field may I practice diligently the supreme swift path of secret mantra, and thereby cleanse the 2 obscurations and all karmic traces. May I accomplish the unified state of the supreme Vajra body, endowed with 7 aspects. Although I might attain the Dharmakaya for my own sake in this way, out of immeasurable compassion for all mother beings, may my 2-form emanations show them the teachings of the Supreme Vehicle, and thus may I swiftly establish them in the state of the Vajra holder. By this virtue, may I swiftly accomplish the divine assembly of Chakrasamvara deities and establish all beings without exception in that state. And now in the Blue Book, we'll recite the aspiration prayer for excellent conduct. It's on page 52, 5-2. Yeah, page 52. Homage to the ever-youthful Manjushri. With purity of body, speech, and mind, I'll bow to all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, and future, without exception, in every world and in all 10 directions. By the power of this aspiration of Samantabhadra, I bow with as many bodies as there are atoms in the world to all those victorious Buddhas manifest in my mind, and I pay homage to all of them. I conceive the entire realm of truth to be completely filled with enlightened ones. On each atom, I imagine there to be as many Buddhas as atoms in the world, each Buddha surrounded by many bodhisattvas. I honor all these blissful lords, praising their perfections with all the sounds of various melodies, an ocean of endless praise. I offer to those heroic Buddhas the finest flowers, garlands, music, ointments, excellent canopies, choice lamps, and the best incense. I offer as well to those victorious ones the finest array of all the excellent things, the finest robes and fragrances, and heaps of sweet-smelling powders as high as Mount Meru. By the power of my faith in the deeds of Samantabhadra, I prostrate and present vast and unequaled offerings to each one of the victorious Buddhas. I confess every type of wrong that I have done in thought, word, or deed while influenced by desire, anger, and ignorance. I rejoice in the meritorious deeds of all the Buddhas, as well as those performed by the Bodhisattvas, Pratyakas, Buddhas, Arhats, those who are in the path of training, those who need no more training, and by all sentient beings in the 10 directions. I entreat the enlightened protectors who have attained the detachment of Buddhahood and illuminate the worlds of the 10 directions to turn the peerless wheel of Dharma. With folded hands, I beseech those who intend to manifest the final nirvana to remain for as many aeons as there are atoms in all the worlds, for the benefit and happiness of all living beings. May whatever small amount of virtue I may have gained from prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, and beseeching be dedicated to attainment of perfect enlightenment. May I worship the Buddhas of the past and those now present in the worlds of the 10 directions. May those to come quickly fulfill their aspiration and reach Buddhahood by traversing the stages of enlightenment swiftly. May all the worlds of the 10 directions become extensively and completely pure. May it be filled with bodhisattvas and victorious Buddhas who proceed to the royal tree of enlightenment. May all living beings in the 10 directions always be happy and free of sickness. May they be endowed with favorable circumstances for achieving dharmic goals, and may their wishes be accomplished. May I remember my lives in all states of existence while in training for enlightenment. In all my successive births and deaths, may I always embrace a religious life. May I follow all the victorious Buddhas and perfect all the deeds of Samantabhadra, pure in the morality, without defect. May my conduct always be flawless. May I teach the Dharma in every tongue, in whatever sounds are understood by living beings, in the languages of the gods, nagas, demons, spirits, and human beings. May I steadfastly apply myself to the 6 perfections. May I never disregard my intention to attain enlightenment and completely remove whatever faults may obscure my path. May I be free from karma, emotional afflictions, and the influence of demons, like the lotus unsoiled by the mire, or like the sun and moon in a clear sky, so that I may proceed unhindered. Throughout all the lands and all the directions, may I relieve the sufferings of the lower realms. May I be able to bring happiness to and provide benefit for all living beings. Fully accomplishing the activities of enlightenment, may I work in harmony with the needs of all beings. May I practice and demonstrate the deeds of Samantabhadra through all future aeons. May I always associate with those whose activities are similar to mine. May we act alike in thought, word, and deed, and may our aspiration be as one. May I always associate with spiritual friends who wish to help me and teach the deeds of Samantabhadra. May I never cause them pain nor disappointment. May I always personally behold the victorious Buddhas, those guardians surrounded by bodhisattvas. Without tiring, in all future aeons, may I always present them magnificent offerings. May I always uphold the Buddha's holy Dharma and illuminate the deeds of enlightenment. May I train in the practice of Samantabhadra in all future aeons. Through rebirth and all the states of existence, may I gather an endless store of merit and wisdom. May I become an inexhaustible treasure of all virtues, of method, wisdom, concentration, and liberation. May I always behold as many pure lands as there are atoms present in each world, with inconceivable Buddhas sitting in the midst of their bodhisattvas and performing the activities of enlightenment. In this way, may I be able to see everywhere, even on every mote of dust, countless Buddhas of the past, present, and future, limitless pure lands, and endless aeons. May I always heed the pure speech of the victorious Buddhas, which holds within each word the totality of the perfect Dharma, and an ocean of languages precisely suited to the needs of each being. May I possess the perfect intelligence to heed the endless melody of speech when the victorious Buddhas of the past, present, and future turn the wheels of Dharma. May I accomplish the Bodhisattva's practice of entering the past, present, and future in a fraction of a second. May I know in a single instant all that is encompassed in the duration of the 3 times. May I behold all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, and future in a single instant. May I always perform their activities through the power of liberation from illusion. May I perceive upon a single atom the perfect design of the pure realms of the past, present, and future, and thus may I enter into the realms of the victorious Buddhas in all the directions. When the illuminators of the worlds of the future realize the stages of Buddhahood, turn the wheel, and enter the profound peace of nirvana, may I always be in their presence. May I accomplish the perfect powers of enlightenment, the power of miraculous swiftness, the power of perfection of every spiritual path, the power of all virtuous qualities, the power of all pervasive loving kindness, the power of the merit of every virtue, the power of all transcendent wisdom, and the powers of perfect knowledge, method, and meditation. May the forces of karma be utterly purified, the power of passions utterly subdued, the power of demons utterly destroyed, the power of the deeds of Samantabhadra perfected. May I tirelessly perform enlightened activities for an ocean of aeons, purifying an ocean of lands, liberating an ocean of beings, realizing an ocean of Dharma, attaining an ocean of wisdom, perfecting an ocean of practice, accomplishing an ocean of aspirations, ceaselessly serving an ocean of Buddhas. May I completely fulfill all perfect aspirations to the enlightened activities of the victorious Buddhas of the 3 times by attaining enlightenment according to the deeds of Samantabhadra. The eldest son of the victorious Buddhas is called Samantabhadra. I dedicate all these virtuous actions that my deeds may be like his. May my body, speech, mind, deeds, and environment always be pure. May I become equal to Samantabhadra in these excellent aspirations. May there be no limit to my activities. May there be no limit to my virtues. Through limitless perseverance, may I accomplish all miraculous deeds. The limit of living beings is like the limit of open space. May the limit of my aspirations be equal to the limit of their activities and passions. Whoever offers to the victorious Buddhas all the perfect joys of gods and men, and the infinite realms of the 10 directions adorned with jewels, for as many aeons as there are atoms in those realms, shall gain great merit. But whoever hears this greatest dedication prayer and is inspired by faith to intensely desire supreme enlightenment shall gain even higher and holier merit. Whoever recites this aspiration of Samantabhadra will never again endure hellish rebirth, will abandon all evil friends, and will soon behold Amitabha, the Buddha of boundless light. They will gain all benefits, live in happiness, attain precious human rebirth, and soon become like Samantabhadra himself. Even those who in ignorance committed the 5 unredeemable sins will soon be completely purified by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra. They will achieve perfect wisdom, a radiant countenance, a beautiful form, auspicious physical marks, and a noble birth. Profane and devilish beings will not trouble them, and they will be honored in the 3 realms. They will quickly reach the tree of enlightenment and reside there to benefit all beings. As enlightened Buddhas, they will turn the wheel of Dharma, taming the demonic hosts. Whoever preserves, teaches, or recites this aspiration of Samantabhadra shall ultimately attain perfect Buddhahood. May none despair of complete enlightenment. In whatever way valiant Manjushri and Samantabhadra know how to transform merit, so do I dedicate all of my own virtues that I might train to be like them. Since dedication is praised as supreme by the victorious Buddhas of the 3 times, I dedicate all these roots of virtues to accomplishing the deeds of Samantabhadra. At the moment of my death, may all my obscurations be removed, that I may behold Amitabha, the Buddha of boundless light, and go to Sukhavati, the pure land of perfect bliss. In that blissful land, may I completely fulfill all of these aspirations and benefit all beings as long as the universe remains. Joyful there in that blessed assembly of the Buddha, may I be reborn like the holy ones from an exquisite lotus, and may the Buddha Amitabha himself foretell my own enlightenment. May I thereafter emanate endlessly through the power of perfect wisdom to accomplish countless benefits for living beings in all the 10 directions. Through whatever small virtues I have gathered by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra, may all the virtuous aspirations of living beings be accomplished in a single moment. Through the boundless merit gained by dedicating these aspirations of Samantabhadra, may countless beings drowning in the torrent of suffering reach the stage of Amitabha. May this greatest of dedication prayers benefit countless living beings. May reciting this ornament of Samantabhadra release all beings from the suffering of the lower realms.
Om Shere Benza He Ru Ga Om Be Na Ge Nen Zo La Sa Varam So Va Om Shere Benza He Ru Ga Om Be Na Ge Nen Zo La Sa Varam So Om Shere